Hey everybody, Zach First Night here, back with another video for you guys today. Another movie, Members Monday specifically. Lost count how many times I've said this intro. I'm thinking 130 something now. I can't remember offhand. It's been about a month since I've done a video, but mainly because I've been busy with work. I've been working a lot lately. And honestly, when I'm usually home from work, I'm just usually pretty tired. I just want to, I try to relax from work. But I have been wanting to make a video for some time now, and honestly, I didn't know what to do initially at first, what movie I wanted to do. But I wanted to get this trilogy done. But to be honest, We Shrunk Ourselves is my least favorite installment. For a while, I thought this was one of the better ones growing up, but honestly, rewatching as an adult, past couple years now, I've watched this once in a blue moon, the past couple years, and I just don't think it's as good as I remember this one being at all. They have like a lot of continuity errors in this one in comparison to the first two. The first two at least were definitely closer in terms of the characters and all that. This one doesn't make any sense at all in terms of a lot of characters. They don't reference, at least to my knowledge, they haven't referenced any of the older siblings that were in the first two films. The older sister and then Nick were the brother, was the older sister and then the brother. They were in the first two films, and in the second film, when they had a newest baby, I'm pretty sure that newest baby is supposed to be this one in here in this movie because they have another kid here. I think they may have talked about their brother and sister, but I don't think they've really ever done any actual continuity with them as much. Besides that, but honestly, this one it still has some really good moments, but some really not so good. So special effects were a big miss on this one, in my personal opinion, in comparison to the first two. The first one had the best special effects. Two, I think had some honestly pretty darn close in terms of the special effects in the first film. I think the second one had some things that looked really, really good that still look great to this day, but also has a good story. I thought for 1 and 2 anyway. 3 was more of a mixed bag because it's pretty much about let me actually just read some of the back. It says, get ready, wrong part. Let's see, here we go. Rick Moranis returns as wacky, absent-minded inventor Wayne Zelensky, a scientific giant who gets into huge trouble when he decides to use his infamous shrink machine to just one more time. A tiny glitch causes Wayne, his brother, and their wives to shrink big time. Soon they must brave household insects, size dinosaurs, and treacherous loop-de-loop track in a toy race car. Dizzying balloon rides inside soap bubbles and more. Meanwhile, thinking they have a house to themselves, the kids get to mega mischief, never guessing their pint-sized parents are watching their every move. So pretty much that's what it is. I'm not the biggest Disney fan. I just want to let you know that still ahead of time. This one had some really good moments, some really funny, but I just don't think the quality of the special effects or the story was as good as the first two. The first two were really, really good. I believe they were both theoretical. I don't think this one was. I think this was I think maybe straight to home video. I don't think this was ever in theaters, to my knowledge. It means a 75-minute movie. It's not like really that long. But I mean, Zelensky's character is still Zelensky, Wayne. But he never had a brother and his wife at all in the first two films. So it's kind of a weird left field that they just toss these characters in here. Now, the actors that they chose for his brother was hilarious, but he just didn't match the tone of the first two, I think. Some of the best scenes were them on the roller coaster. That was good. There's also a scene with a cockroach. I think it was a cockroach, or might have been an ant. No, it was a cockroach, I think. Where they were getting chased by it, and they got it to go get stuck into like an ant trap or like a bait trap type thing. That was pretty interesting. There were definitely some things I didn't like in here, though. It does have some cussing, so there's definitely some things I don't like about that. I mean, I don't like cussing, period. Don't know why they had to put that in this film. They did in the first one a little bit, and I didn't like that either. I liked the first movie, but it's definitely something I didn't like in it. 2 did not have language, to my knowledge. It was definitely more toned down in terms of the adult humor. This one was definitely kind of bringing it kind of like a mixed bag. Had some childish humor in it, like not childish, but like more family friendly, and then some definitely part first movie kind of language. So it was okay. It wasn't as good. I didn't think the story or the newer characters were that great. Pretty much the youngest brother now, which doesn't even look like the same character at all from the second movie. So um, I don't know. I think it was like also they had, was it the cousins? I can't remember. The cousins were also there. I can't remember whose kid was whose in this one in terms of his brothers kids, but I know that the main character besides Wayne, his youngest son. I'm going to assume that's his youngest son, the one in curly hair in the second film, which doesn't make sense because he doesn't look the same. Anyways, he has some type of like deficiency, or he has to have potassium, and he does pass out in the movie. And it's, I mean, they have a party thing that their mom and dad are gone for a while, so they have a party, invite friends, and all that kind of stuff. That gets out of hand. The parents see all this and try to stop it and try to protect the kids. So the story itself was just okay. Definitely seemed more Disney Channel with language. Didn't really match my personal opinion of the first two films at all. Like I said, there were some redeeming qualities. I liked some of the comedy. I liked some of the special effects, but not bad. Definitely not as good as the first two. I just think that this could have done a lot better if they would have chosen where I don't know, like made it more like the first two films. Because I know in the second film they tried to take out continuity of the sister, but they kept her in because they wanted to tie more of the first film into it, which I think they should have done again with this one. At least bring back the other characters. But anyway, what do you think? What do you guys think about this video? What do you think of Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves? I think it's just a passable movie. If I had to give it out of 10, I'd probably give it a 5.5 to 6 out of 10. The first one I'd give probably like an 8.5. The second one about 8. And then this one's definitely the lowest. But what do you think of it? It's alright to me, but not really much else to say. See you guys next time, and God bless.